of the people who work in greenhouses, they tend to get allergic respiratory diseases like asthma.
My name is Kate Wangila. I am 17 years old and I suffer from asthma.
Asthma is a chronic, long-lasting lung condition that causes coughing, wheezing, and breathing problems. It happens when inflammation and changes in the lungs reduce the flow of oxygen into the blood. You get less oxygen to all your cells, which is needed to survive. Asthma can be a serious condition. Without proper treatment, the lungs become damaged and breathing becomes more difficult. Certain symptoms can even cause death. Asthma has no cure, but medication can control symptoms and keep the lungs working as well as possible.
Let me just say about the greenhouses and about the chemicals that are used, the agrochemicals that are used. And not only the agrochemicals, I want also to talk about the drugs that are used even for the animals. If we are not well disposed, they will behave exactly how the industrial waste behave, because they have carcinogenic kind of toxins that can affect either your skin, it can affect your respiratory tract, and you find out that most of the people who work in greenhouses, they tend to get allergic respiratory diseases like asthma, and they also live with skin diseases. Yeah, so basically that's why protective clothing are necessary for that purpose, but also the disposal of that. And then if you're not in a greenhouse and you have done some chemicals on your plants, when the rain comes, it will just be swept away, and where will it land? It will land on the rivers. Then the other person from the other corner will use it, and you're exposing yourself to carcinogenic kind of toxins, which are very dangerous to your health.
Despite government regulation on the disposal and management of industrial waste, most large industries still continue to release untreated waste in the air and the water bodies around them, affecting Kenya's climate. Kate Wangila, unfortunately, fell victim to the effect of this waste.
My name is Kate Wangila. I'm 17 years old and I'm an asthma patient. When I was younger, we used to live in Huruma, and our flat area was so congested. The drainage systems were just so poor. We were in close proximity to the factories, and we just thought it was a normal thing. It was a common cold because of our surrounding. But little did I know that I was actually getting asthma because of all the fumes in the air. It was toxic. So my brother and I decided, we were taken to the hospital, and we were given the wrong diagnosis at first. We were just told it was a common cold, it's just a normal cough. Later on, it progressed for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and it was very painful at first. I didn't know what to do. I had sleepless nights. My parents also had sleepless nights. It was just so much. It took a toll on my life. I couldn't go to school properly. I always had to, sometimes I would even skip classes because I wasn't able to go to school. Later on, when we decided to go to a proper hospital, they found out that I have asthma. And I had suffered for quite long before we found out that I had the asthma.
Water disposal, management and sanitation raises concern. Also, in many administrative and residential areas, the presence of open-air food vendors in places where waste disposal is not regulated raises health hazards, causing airborne effects on people who live or frequent those areas.
During the cold seasons, it's the worst. It's literally the worst because a week will not pass if I have not gotten an attack, you know. At night it's even worse because I have to put blankets on blankets on blankets. I have to sleep with 2 jumpers, and you know, I will still get the attack anyways. So it's just, it disturbs the peace of mind, and you know, I can't comprehend whatever is, you know, going on. I can't mentally get over it because it's so painful knowing that, you know, you have to go through this every time, and people won't understand, but I think they need to go through this pain to understand what I feel.
I can say that the climate has a huge effect on health, and I'll categorize them in several categories. Number one, you have a lot of airborne diseases that go on. There's a lot of waterborne diseases that go on. Basically, we also have allergies that come with respiratory diseases. Let me say there is an increase of asthmatic attacks, especially during a drastic change of weather. Let me not call it climate, because climate we may try to categorize it as a research done for a huge span of time for us to say about climatic change. But when you talk about weather change, is when it is a hot season stroke a dry season. Let me just say there is a lot of dust that is blown, especially during the dry season. So the people who have allergies, they are triggered during that season.
After our time with Kate, we were left stunned and worried at the state of the environment and what it is doing to Kenyans. Kate, however, left a message for our viewers.
People die every day due to chest infections, and honestly, I feel like humans need to start taking care of each other, you know, as brothers and sisters. We need to start caring for each other because, you know, we can't just be acting so carelessly towards the environment, and it's affecting us, you know, it's affecting us as a whole, as the world, you know, as a community, as a society, yeah.
Kate is just one case. Thousands of children get affected by the poor environment conditions daily. Global warming threatens our health, our economy, our natural resources, and our children's future. It is clear we must act.